from Los Angeles, California.
This is Now Daily with Robert Crawford, uncovering real stories worth sharing. Join the talk at nowdaily.com/show.
Welcome to Now Daily. I'm Robert Crawford. Big report I wanted to touch on. Really interesting article I just read on Russia actually warning Donald Trump, whether you like him or hate him. This is just a really interesting article. Donald Trump, an assassination attempt that they actually decrypted off of a laptop that was seized. It was encrypted. They had to fly this laptop to Russia. They decrypted it and they found the travel and security details of Trump, and obviously looks like an assassination plot against him. Let's look at some of the details right now. So Russia warns Donald Trump of assassination plot. When popular truth speakers begin to seek power, they become targets of the establishment, like Donald Trump. Whether you believe he's part of the establishment or against it, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know if I fully trust this guy yet. I don't even know if I trusted him that his ideas for the country are the best. I agree with some of it, disagree with other parts. We'll talk about that later. Right now, let's just worry about what actually happened between Russia and uncovering this attempt. Generally when you are shaking up the status quo, in history, there has always been a counteracting force, and it has happened to Gandhi, it happened to Martin Luther King, and it could possibly happen to Donald Trump. A report written by the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service says that there is an active plot to eliminate Donald Trump, and thereby his threat to the status quo. Now, the interesting thing was, according to this report, they found in the possession of 5 Saudi Arabian nationals detained by Lebanon's intelligence services this past Monday after their private jet was forced to land in Federation Aerospace. These 5 Saudi Arabian nationals had a heavily encrypted laptop computer device. Now, maybe a laptop, maybe a smartphone, iPad, I don't know what that computer device specifically means. This is just what they're telling us. So they have a heavily encrypted computer device. And this happened in Lebanon. So Lebanon's General Directorate of General Security seized the laptop, and then they requested assistance because they couldn't break the encryption. So basically they have limited resources on the cybersecurity front. They couldn't break the encryption, so they called the SVR, which is basically the Russian security force. So then they gave the laptop to the possession of the SVR. They flew it to Moscow to give it to a computer security analyst, and they were unable to unlock that encryption. And of which the most startling and confusing of the documents listed the entire travel itinerary and private security plans of Donald Trump for the month of October. So obviously they were tracking him. They somehow got a hold of this. In October, nothing really happened. So, but to be aware that this is actively going on is very interesting. And why is it generally Saudi Arabia? The attack in San Bernardino they came from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, supposedly, according to many senators that read the 23 missing pages of the 9/11 report, it basically linked Saudi Arabia to 9/11. Now, the major thing is we have to keep thinking about Saudi Arabia because really they're the most oppressive nation in the world, especially towards women. Yet, feminists and the politicians really don't discuss that. They talk about basically very minute things that are happening in America compared to what's going on in Saudi Arabia. So I just want everyone to be aware. Let's be vigilant. Let's keep an eye on this. What is going on here? Why is Russia the one to get possession of the laptop? Why did Lebanon go to Russia? Why didn't it go to the United States? Let's ask that question as well. This has been Now Daily. you know, talking about real stories worth sharing. This is what's happening now. Subscribe below, share this, let us know of any news that you think needs to get out there, and we'll do our best to basically stay diligent, just looking for the truth.
Thanks for listening. This has been Now Daily with Robert Crawford, uncovering real stories worth sharing. Want more? Visit the website nowdaily.com/show.